What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andy Ruiz. This new news is not very much good news. In fact, it is Andy Ruiz announcing an upsetting comment to his fans. The former unified heavyweight champion, Andy Ruiz Jr., will not have action this year. Instead, he is targeting early 2021 to stage his comeback after losing his world titles in a one-sided fight, of course, with Anthony Joshua. He decided to switch trainers, which a lot of people disagreed with, including myself. However, he did the same. In the midst of doing that, he turned down 2 fights with Dillian Whyte, or a disagreement with Dillian Whyte, and turned down a fight with Luis Ortiz on his side of the street with the PBC and Fox. Okay. Now, he is currently being guided by renowned trainer Eddie Reynoso and Chepo. And he will be training with Alvarez alongside Ryan Garcia. And Andy Ruiz is a good fighter. Okay. He's a very good fighter. He was very underestimated in the fight with Anthony Joshua. That's why he was able to upset Joshua in a firefight, which he ended up being the victor. Now, after that, however, he went downhill. Maybe the success overwhelmed him too much for him. You know, he wasn't able to handle it. So I think because of what happened in 2019, Andy Ruiz had to take a whole 2020 off. You can blame it on the coronavirus, but I didn't see Andy Ruiz really fighting anyway, or anyone that we had to worry about. Because Chris Arreola was a fighter that no one really wanted to see him fight, but a lot of people understood because it was a tune-up fight because he hasn't been in the ring for, since December. Okay, now, the question is, what will Andy Ruiz do next year? He's targeted to be back in the ring next year. Who is he going to fight? That's the question. Now, Andy Ruiz could get himself off the redemption list, the infamous redemption list, by fighting someone credible. But if he decides to fight Chris Arreola after taking this long a time, after people anticipated him to fight someone worthwhile, being a unified or former unified champion, he will stay on that list. Because it just seems like he's pushing everything back because he could get a slot in there along with everyone else fighting Chris Arreola. If it was me, I would fight Chris Arreola this year and then fight some incredible maybe March or April of next year. Okay, because the farther he moves along, time is of the essence, people. You can't decide when to do something because tomorrow's not promised. So when Andy Ruiz decides, hey, well, let me get back in the ring, he's been training all year. That means all that training he's done this whole year has been in vain. Okay, training doesn't work like people think it does. If you prepare yourself for a fight and that fight doesn't happen, okay, you have to allow your body time to rest because conditioning is a mother sucker when it comes to your body. Okay, if you keep training to a fight that never happens, and then you keep doing that, you continue that process on through the year, like some fighters have, you're more prone to injury, you're more prone to overtraining, you're more prone to a lot of things that you don't need. Okay, so Andy Ruiz needs to fight. He's been training and he looks good, from his training process or whatnot. And, of course, he hasn't been with Manny Robles in almost a year now. So, but before he got with Eddie Reynoso, he was looking good. He looked like he was he appeared like he was trimming down. And he looked quick, he looked fast, he looked sharp. And if I'm looking that good, I want to get back into the ring. I don't want to wait to 2021. I want to jump on that train like everyone else, like Teofimo Lopez, Loma, or Wilder, Fury, if that happens this year, or Joshua Pulev. Okay, because, see, he wants a third fight with Joshua. I know what he wants. And if he has any kind of competitive spirit, he'll want to fight alongside that guy that he wants to fight and look and take him out. Let everyone know that he's back. Let everyone know that he's a former unified champion, wanting to be one again. So that's my counterpunch on Andy Ruiz, but he's targeted next year 2021. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys can counterpunch. Peace.